Hey YouTube, today I'm excited to start my new bicycle build. This will be the first time for me to braze together a bicycle. I really love the styling of steel lugged bicycle frames and I decided I wanted to build one for myself. For this frame I'm using the following components. The tubing is a mix of Columbus SL and Columbus SLX. From the research I can tell online, the only difference between the two is that in the tubes that connect to the bottom bracket. On the SLX, the seat tube, down tube, and chain stays all have 5 ribs that kind of swirl into to give them strength at the bottom end. This tubing was meant for professional cyclists. Now, I'm not putting down a whole bunch of power, but it was available. I picked it up. I picked up most of the tubing from Ben Cycles in Milwaukee. The lugs are from Longshin, and I believe the bottom bracket is from Allotech. I bought the lugs and bottom bracket in a set on eBay, so I'm not 100% on the bottom bracket on what brand it is, as it's not marked like the lugs are. The rear dropout, seat stays, and water bottle bosses are from Chiway in the UK. I think I'm saying it right, probably not. The brake bridge, down tube, shift bosses, head tube, brazing materials, and this awesome t-shirt were picked up from Frame Builder Supply in Portland, Oregon. Here's the back of it. It's pretty awesome. We'll put links down below for all these shops in the description box. I picked up the knowledge to do this from a book called Lugged Bicycle Frame Construction and Manual for the First Time Builder. Right here. This is by Marc-Andre Archamonas. He has a YouTube channel as well. He hasn't posted anything in years, but I will link it down below as well. I'm currently planning on building the bike without a jig. That's how it's shown in the book as well. We'll see how well that goes. We may have to look into building a makeshift jig or something like that. So to kick off the process, the first thing I did was clamp the down tube and top tube together and drew a line down the middle to find the center line of these two tubes. Did this by clamping them together and using a Sharpie. Next, I went on my computer and used 2miter.exe to get templates that showed what material needs to be removed to miter these joints and get a proper fit up. Both of these miters are to meet up with the head tube. I've got the templates right here as well. These will just get taped to the tubes and we'll remove the material. I'll show that a little bit later. Let me show you exactly how this program works.
Alright, so this is tubemiter.exe. We got our diagram here. This got one drop down so that you can change the settings on it. This is going to be for the top tube where it meets the head tube. So we got 25.4. Our wall thickness is 0.8 millimeters. It meets up with the head tube, which is 31.7. And the angle is going to be 107 degrees. Now this gives us two lines. The line that we want to take is this inside line here. The darker, the dashed line here is the theoretical if it was a 0 wall thickness. So we're 0.8, so it's going to be this inside one here. Just go up here and hit File and Print.
Now we're just going to tape on the templates onto the tubes. Get this lined up with our center line. Try to get as much space here as possible, because I am pretty tall and I'm going to need as much tubing as possible to make these. Get these lined up. We'll be good. just trying to get the miter cleaned up to get it fluxed and brazed. And just taking some sandpaper and getting the pipe cleaned up, or tubing cleaned up. And now I'm just cleaning up any oil that might be on the frame with some mineral spirits. Get this all cleaned up. Can't seem to find any of my chip brushes, so a wad of Q-tips will have to do to get this flux on here. So I got it back in after cleaning it up, and I got all my braze material in there. This is a little thick right here, and it looks pretty good on all spots. I didn't get a little bit here, and again on the other side right there. So I'm gonna reflux and rebraze, and see how it looks then. All right, here's the first joint all brazed up. It's the head tube to down tube. You see, it looks pretty good. Get it all cleaned up.